How tiresome.
Miss Vodyanitsa, prima donna of the Korolievsky troupe. What a surprise meeting you here. Will you be sitting in on a session of the Vetcha?
Sorry, I'm not taking interviews today. Oh good, you're here. The session's about to begin. Let's get inside.
Please wait, Miss Vodyanitsa.
In summary, the energy management commitments made for the outgoing period have been delivered upon. Furthermore, both the production and consumption of Kresnik Crystal show clear signs of stabilizing. The relevant agencies have assessed the present circumstances and determined that the status quo can be sustained until the next period. For detailed statistics, I would refer you to the industry reports that have been distributed to all persons present. It should also be noted that while the recent blizzards have led to a significant increase in people's energy expenses, this is strictly a short. Her Majesty the Tsaritsa is giving her full attention to this matter. A financial report on disaster relief is also present in this report, courtesy...
They cover the same old ground every single time. The rooster never seems to mind, but everyone else is getting... There's a general lack of trust. People aren't seeing any tangible benefits that...
Yeah, if it weren't for these hard copy documents, I could have at least made something up. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just out here trying to hit my interview quotas. Bring out the Kvass. Ever read it? Best-selling newspaper in town.
If I remember correctly, you guys don't even have a sales permit. You have to sell from stalls on the street.
Okay then, best-selling street stall newspaper in town.
Order! We will now open the floor to the
Snezhnaya has a long tradition of treating members of the Fatui armed forces, but recent surveys shows that Fatui families in remote areas have access to 15% less crystal than the average civilian family in Snezhnograd. It's been said many times before, but it bears repeating now.
Perhaps you wouldn't need to keep repeating yourself. You appear to treat resource allocation as a simple function of production and population. So what about when the equipment used in production breaks down? Have you factored that into your equation? And do you even know how long it's been since Snezhnaya last conducted a census?
If I knew the answers to questions like that, I'm sure I'd be a very wealthy man. And I doubt I'd be going by child. I'd like to bring the focus back to the specific issue I raised. Or do you wish to deny that favorable treatment for Fatui dependents is our law?
It's easy to be a critic when there's no accountability. That seems to be a running theme in the anti-Project Stuja cohort. Defeat the ringleader and all other problems will magically resolve themselves. That's what they seem to think. But in case you aren't aware, not one jot in my report would change whether Project Stuja continues or not.
So you have no intention whatsoever of finding a solution to this problem?
On the contrary, I'm the only one here who ever
Child opened by speaking up for the armed forces. Regraders struck back with style and a war of words ensued. Our reporter was live on the scene to get the audience's reaction as it all unfolded. Who do you support? The people have spoken! Child received raucous applause from the crowd as he pushed Regrator onto his back foot with a relentless barrage of questions. It had to be seen to be believed.
Now you see why they don't have a sales permit.
However this reporter wants to spin things, I haven't forgotten that Tartaglia was representing the Northland Bank when we first met in Liyue. So surely, their relationship can't always have been this strained.
You two are getting off topic. Let's focus on what the data is saying.
Mr. Pantalone, may I speak on your behalf?
Oh, please do. I'm more than happy to save my breath.
Crystal distribution policy undergoes modifications with each new period. The ultimate goal being to find the most reasonable method of allocation, which I believe is what Mr. Tartaglia, but I fear many may have been misled on this topic by extremist activists. To clarify, Project Stuja is not the root. The most recent reports all point to Snezhnaya's resilience and adaptability during this period of fine-tuning, and give clear indications that a distribution framework is improving with each. To make drastic adjustments without first considering the risks would likely do more harm than good. It would be a waste of the hard-won experience we've...
Renowned scholar of finance, Arapov spoke up to clarify the fiscal logic, clearly alluding to social organizations like the Rokot in his words. With the notorious Lelex still active to this day, should the Rokot be held responsible? No.
She's just rephrasing what Mr. Pantalone said. The Rokot are the critics he accuses of taking no responsibility. As for Lilac, you won't have heard of him yet. He's currently the most famous member of the Rokot. Well, more like infamous. Ending Project Stuja has become an obsession for him. Unlike the more decent ones among us, he believes that votes and so whether it's threats, coercion, or bribery, he'll use whatever means necessary to get people to change their...
And since we're already on the subject, what do you think of Lelek's methods? Are you for or against? Well, whatever the story is, his actions benefit...
At least someone here wants to take this discussion seriously. I've been considering that issue myself. I think it would be easiest to let the Fatui handle it, since they're already in charge of Crystal shipments anyway. We may as well get them to collect some data while they're at it. Whatever you need, you can ask the Fatui to look into it for you. In terms of supervision, I think the Druzhna would be a good fit. I had hoped to discuss this with Miss Vesna, but sadly, she's not present.
I will be happy to take a note of your suggestions and present them to Commander Vesna for a decision upon her return. The Commander has always taken a keen interest in Project Stuja. However, given the Druzhna's demanding workload, I'm afraid
Let us refrain from jumping to conclusions until a concrete...
My apologies.
There are numerous... Nevertheless...
In that case, in fact, that's a good idea. I read every issue of Svietlo Laidovka's report, and although my focus is mostly on the section about equipment operation...
Be that as it may, does no one see an issue with using local data to determine Crystal quotas?
Not if they are used...
Very well then. It appears that this arrangement...
Yeah, sounds good to me.
The members reached a... Today,
Right? Anything...
Now then,
Hey, check it out! What made him vote against?
the votes have been tallied. Those in favor of continuing Project Stuja total 61%, securing a clear majority.
That was too close. The margin has shrunk yet again. Chuganov was a huge loss.
I'll bet Lelek is behind this. I wonder how Pulcinella will respond this time.
Chuganov. I see. Lelek strikes again.
yes, go Lelek. Once Project Stuja is defeated, our unwavering support at Bring Out the Kvass will finally pay off when we make our
In accordance with the result of this vote, Project Stuja will remain in effect. We debate only for the greater glory and solidarity of our nation. May the aurora shine ever on, and the tundra always stand firm. The session
have to say, I really wasn't expecting Chulkanov to vote against Project Well, in principle, Snezhnaya's business and political elite, as we heard, Project Stuja is basically just a resource distribution framework that But even if the policy got cancelled, the Tsaritsa's energy needs wouldn't suddenly go down. The extra demand from the public would have to be filled from somewhere. So logically, the factories would have to take the hit. I got a letter from Mr. Mitya just before today's session. He said he's confirmed that there are issues around overtime and excessive. In a situation like this, once the Rooster receives the report, he'll order the factory to halt production and submit to an. But that's a week-long process, and thus didn't make it onto the Vetcha agenda this time. I don't think he suspects any. Exactly. I was originally rather than just sit, but now he's already voted against it. Yeah. No one knows why
Lelik must have strong motivations, given how he'll stop at nothing to achieve his goal. Maybe my next...
Oh, right.
Hey, comrade.
Hi, greetings, Harp.
Oh...
I'll leave you to
Sure. Thought it might be fun to check out the Vetcha, did you? Things are never that simple with you, Traveler. There's no way you're here for kicks and giggles. Tell me
Oh, yeah. To some, he's a captivating enigma. No one ever thought that some anonymous nobody from the Rokat could cause such a stir. Huh? You want to look into Lelik? Then I'm sure his days of anonymity...
Fine by me, I guess. If the Traveler actually manages to in return, it seems fair to let him in on what we've learned so far.
My thoughts exactly. Sharing is caring, after all. Head back to Glupov and grab the files on Lelik. It's easier to just pull the records than go through the rigmarole of getting the Traveler a visitor's permit.
As you command, child, sir.
In that case, since we're going to be waiting anyway, I'll have someone brew a pot of black...
One common thread among the many incidents Lelik has been involved in is that the victims are all too scared to share any real information about him. Clearly, he must have threatened them in some way. His modus operandi is to silently infiltrate the scene and leave a threatening letter behind. But neither the letters nor the crime scenes ever yield, so all these files have to offer are short statements.
If nothing else, it shows we're dealing with a trained professional who's versed in counter-surveillance.
Yes, and to that point, he often strikes in highly secure locations. Somehow, Lelik slips right into their rooms without making a sound. There's never if he can get in and out undetected, it means he can strike without warning. It's hard to believe that a human being could pull this off flawlessly every time. So they switched the focus of the investigation to Faye. Careful, don't underestimate me. Although truth be told, I'd probably find it hard not to blow my cover.
We haven't ruled out the possibility of Lelik being human. It's just... there can only be a handful of people in all of Teyvat who'd fit the profile. Faye, on the other hand, plenty.
No, not as strong as me. You'll never find the culprit with criteria like that. Let's go with a little weaker than me. Oh, you hit me right where it hurts. I'll admit, he's strong and meticulous. But can we at least limit this to candidates who have something to do with Snezhnaya?
He's just trying to find a reference point. Stop getting fixated on who's stronger than who.
But that's the most important thing. In my opinion, anyway.
Odette? Yeah, that seems about right.
Except she's Fatui, so the likelihood of her working against us is pretty low. But yeah, much more accurate.
No, wait a moment. Maybe we...
What do you mean?
Her Fatui identity doesn't necessarily exonerate her. And when you think about it, the Rokat would be precisely what she needs to conceal her identity.
Plus, she wouldn't need to be such a pro at covering her tracks. She'd already know where the Fatui will be and when, so she could choose the perfect time to act. Oh, yikes. I was just thinking out loud. Why is this starting to sound like such a convincing theory? Still, what reason could Odette possibly have for trying to call—
Arlecchino would be the best person to ask. She knows Odette best. Rosaline used to open up to her, as I'm sure you can. She gave her some tips on how to handle the situation. Beyond that, I don't know. The reason being, her father passed away during the early stage. That was back before it had been.
Huh. The more you know. Rosaline was always so self-centered. I never understood why she started paying so much attention to
Odette's past. On the surface, after her father passed away on a mission, her mother was overcome with grief. She broke her leg during Odette was only interested in ballet at the time. But this tragedy left the family with both bread per capitanos, so regardless.
Right, still.
It's just that said, plenty of people were on bad terms. Yes.
Yeah, back to funnily enough, which means
Spirit seek, but Odette's been.
Tonya's excited for it.
I've actually seen it several times. It's a tale of love and regret. So not exactly reinventing the wheel, but when that classic melody kicks in and the lead character, not an easy day.
In that case, I'll let you take it.
Take a break? Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Hello again. Please
Sounds like you made a ton of progress today. Next step is to head back to the either way. Maybe this is why leave a so if it is, yeah. Well, no change. Oh.
Yeah, If Odette is Lelik, she may well have inside information on her father was involved with the project's early implementation. And it's hard to imagine she could have gotten this far without knowing anything at all about the Tsaritsa's when she spoke to us as a member of the Fatui. How much did she let up? Only time will tell.
Hey, look! It's snowing! Could be it's...
If there's anything you need.
Welcome to the... Thank you for complete... Welcome to the...
How tiresome. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace. Take a break. Pick up the pace. How tiresome.
Ooh, it sure is cold today. Here to see Odette? I just need to see your tickets. Perfect. Thank you. Oh.
I think I'll leave the Lelic question until after the... Child said he was originally going to come with Tonya. Is there anyone here who looks like a Tonya? Let's see. It's a small audience. Mr. Chuganov's back again by the looks of it. Oh, and is that Mitya? And that Fatui officer, Valeri. Guess he must be playing cat and... Oh no. It looks like the show's starting and I still haven't found Tonya. Never mind.
Members of the audience, I'm a staff member here at the theater. Today's performance was a very special one for us, as it marks the first to commemorate this occasion.
All right, everyone, huddle in a little more. Now, look at the camera.
Are you quite satisfied, Mr. Energy Scientist? I rather hope you don't have any other escape plans to add to my workload today.
What are you talking about, Sarge? This was simply my way of inviting you to watch Miss Odette's new show with me. And wasn't the performance spectacular? In the future, I heartily encourage you to take a leaf out of my book. Find some soul-nourishing pastimes to enrich your time outside of work.
It was indeed a fine performance, but I must correct you on one point. This is not time outside of work. These are working hours.
Working hours and non-working hours are just a social construct. Human technology can never advance if we're too rigid in our thinking, Sarge.
May we leave now?
Already? I mean, I was kinda hoping to soak up the atmosphere for a little longer, but... No? Okay, guess I'm pushing my luck. Didn't seem like too much to ask, but fair enough. Off we go then, Sarge. Back to the land of working hours. Lead the way.
That has to be her. She's the only person in the audience around Tonya's age. Excuse me, are you Tonya?
Huh?
Your brother's busy today, so I took his ticket. Don't worry about him, he's fine.
Oh, okay. Sorry for the trouble.
What's wrong? Are you sick?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing.
Maybe she caught a cold on the way here because of the weather.
I haven't seen snow like this in a long, long time. It's most unusual.
I know. It's completely white out there. You can barely see a thing. I've never seen such heavy snow in my life.
Let's wait it out for now. You'd be lucky not to freeze to death in this weather, let alone find your way.
Well, look at that. Maybe we shouldn't be in such a rush to get back after all. What do you think?
Let's wait and see.
Why do you need to take it so seriously? Fate has given us this wonderful chance to take a break. We owe it to ourselves to make the most of it.
Come to think of it, there's a small inn not far from here that always keeps plenty of extra blankets on hand for guests. I know the route well. Shall I head over and borrow a few blankets? That way, anyone in a hurry can wrap up warm for the journey back. Just remember to return them next time you're over this way.
Sir, there's really no need to go to all that trouble.
Hey, it's no trouble at all. Wait here, I'll be right back.
What a kind gentleman. Very good. My wife and daughter are waiting for me at home, so I shall be heading back as soon as I get my blanket.
So... are you expecting us to go back to the Armory Palace wrapped in blankets too?
Don't worry about that. I made arrangements in advance. Should I not return to the Armory Palace within 3.5 hours after Operation Showtime begins, an armed squad will be sent to collect us. They will escort us back. You are one of our key military personnel, so any weather-related risks must be eliminated.
Operation Showtime? So, wait. Every single time you drag me back to work when I sneak out, it's a whole official operation? I gotta say, you've really turned this into quite a moral dilemma for me.
It's snowing pretty hard out there. I think you should stay here for now. You seem a little under the weather.
Sure. My brother might come pick me up in a bit anyway.
Time to get to work. I should head backstage and find Odette. I need to look her in the eye and ask her about Lelik.
Excuse me, are you looking for someone? A fan, I'm guessing? Today is just... sorry, but that area is currently off limits to everyone except the cast and crew.
Bad timing, I guess. Well, I might as well...
What happened to the gentleman who went to fetch the blanket?
I was thinking the same thing.
Whatever the reason for his delay, I must say... well, I have to treat my employees like that on occasion, but that's different.
You seem anxious, Mr. Valeri.
It's been nearly 4... They know how much I despise tardiness and...
Surely a snowstorm like this...
few things in the...
Why don't you go out and take a look?
An absurd hypothesis. I have no intention of leaving your side for even a moment until I have
This doesn't look like an ordinary snowstorm to me. That guy who left earlier. It looked like he just vanished in...
A man-eating snowstorm?
Traveler, didn't know you were coming today. How come you didn't say anything? Oh, right. I assumed you were looking for me and voted... Whoa! That's quite a snowstorm.
Is weather like this?
Yeah, snow like... Actually,
If even a low...
We can't stay cooped up here forever. No need. Everyone by the door. Heading out, my man? Thanks for the advice.
He's back!
Did you see any soldiers patrolling the area?
Something about this storm. There's no one out there. This isn't your average snowstorm.
You want to go outside?
We can only hope that...
Is it really that bad?
Huh? Whoa! So now we're on the bright side. At least, fine by me.
This seems like a...
What are you staring outside and...
Oh, your majesty, this is a golden...
I think I've changed, sir.
It's getting colder. Close the door.
And then there's the aristocrats. Easiest... because nothing... Well, look at that.
And I am Chuganov.
Are you really that famous? Oh.
My husband... That's the price of marrying... hello? My husband... That's the price of marrying... hello?
I have to say, even though
I couldn't... Do you think...
What about you? What did you think of today's performance? Oh my, I'll make sure to save a ticket for you when the show's
This doesn't seem like the time or place to bring up the subject of Lelik.
So unfair. Talk about
And now it looks like I've been You know Mitya too?
No, I don't. I just have a feeling that he might be dangerous.
This is highly irregular. A delay of over an hour during an operation like this theoretically warrants a...
Sarge, the day you learn to let go and just enjoy moments like this... why, hello, sir. I believe you were the one sitting at a nearby table back at Podvorye Restaurant. Any friend of the theater's star performers is a friend of mine. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Mitya, from the Energy Commission.
Greetings. Major Valeri, head of the Special Assignments Battalion. Armory Palace Royal Grenadier Guards, 1st Regiment. I am here to ensure Mr. Mitya's personal safety. Please let me know if I can be of any assistance.
Mr. Traveler, I cannot help but notice that Miss Odette is stealing glances at me. Any idea what that could be about? I've racked my brains, but I can't think of anything I might have done to offend her. Perhaps she noticed me spacing out during her performance? What? You mean I really did do something to upset her? Well...
So, Mr. Mitia, is your work related to...
Yes, that's right. The higher-ups in the Fatui transferred me from the Energy Commission to the Armory Palace because they wanted me to... Really? I can't even talk about that? Pretty sure it counts as part... all right, I won't say anything. Sorry.
I don't think it's ever been this lively backstage before. Hey, have you seen Chuganov? I heard he was coming.
I'm with you. This...
Yeah, I gotta figure...
For the Rokad, or just...
There are other people around. Don't say...
How are you feeling, Tone?
I'm fine. Sorry.
Child must take great...
You know, I'm stuck in a strange place thanks to a snowstorm. Having to spend the night with a bunch of interesting characters. Kids, huh? My brother always says I'm not mature enough.
Look after yourself. Otherwise...
How's it looking, Alosha?
No change from this afternoon. Heavy snow.
May I have your attention, please? The storm is unlikely to stop tonight. We at the theater owe in a few short...
I'll pass on sleeping on the stage. What if the snow is stopped by tomorrow morning? The early birds in the audience...
A drama about sleeping? That could be fun. Maybe we could come up with a type...
Not bad. Clear selling point, at least.
Anyone who doesn't wish to sleep on the stage, please...
I guess I'll call it a night. Though I'm sure she'll... I wonder if she's feeling any better yet. At least she hasn't been getting any worse.
Ah, finally. Welcome back to the world of the living, lazy bones. I was about to wake you. The black mist is almost on us. Still waking up, huh? You know, the black mist. It's been chasing us from below ever since we were born. Come on, let's keep heading up. Onwards and upwards is the only way to survive. Don't listen.
Here we go again. The endless
What's going on? That black mist down there is creeping me out. And it's...
The Black Mist cultists believe that being swallowed by the Black Mist leads to everlasting peace. But if you ask me, they're just lying to themselves. We're the only heretics left, the only ones who refuse to give in. We have to keep going.
But how do you actually know that they're wrong?
Dangerous question there, Torgov. The moment your faith wavers, you start a chain reaction that ends in the collapse of your will. Put the question out of your mind. Stay strong and believe that the Black Mist means certain death.
Okay, but it's not my mind that's the problem. My body's about to give up on me. It's already starting to falter.
I can't do this anymore.
All this will pass eventually, I promise. Keep...
You accuse the Black Mist cultists of being liars. But you're lying too. There is no end to this path. It keeps going up forever.
The cult of the Black Mist has poisoned your mind, Sobolova. Are you thinking of
I am. I think I'll take my chances with the Black Mist.
As much as I detest the Black Mist cultists...
Then I bid you both farewell. Let me put my personal opinions aside for a moment and say, I hope that you both find peace within the Black Mist. Fate always appears so impossibly complicated. But at moments like this, their fate was sealed from the instant they entertained doubt. From then on, the outcome was both inevitable and irreversible. Torgov and Sobolova are gone. I never thought the day would come when even they would be swallowed by the black mist. It's just you and... Yes, it looks like it's satisfying. This happens from time to time. But it won't be long before the black mist starts chasing survivors once again. No.
Well, we should make the most of the precious moments of rest that those two bought for us. Huh?
What is it, Chuganov? What's wrong? Is it morning already? Sounds like it's coming from next door.
Don't look, Miss Tonya.
What happened to them?
These two people have passed away. And the strange thing is that somehow, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that they would be the ones. Have I seen this moment before? Or did I have some kind of premonition? I can't remember what it was.
Let me take a look. No vital signs in either of them. They're dead. The cause of death, however, remains unclear. No wounds on the body.
But just last night, they were chatting and...
Could they have had pre-existing medical conditions? Even that...
It's hard to believe that they died of natural causes. Nor does this appear to be a suicide. Who was the first to discover the bodies?
It was me. But these deaths have nothing to do with me, officer. I got up early because I wanted to see if the snow had stopped. Then I noticed that the door to this room was open, and it looked like there was a man and woman inside. I just went over to...
I can corroborate this. I was doing my morning exercises near the stage. When I saw Mr. Chuganov heading this way, I can also confirm that I didn't see a single person approach that room before him.
The snowstorm was raging all night, and it's still going now. There's no way someone could have come...
You mean an intruder? No, not possible. I slept by the door last night as a precaution. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed...
Everyone, split into pairs and search the theater for anyone in hiding, or any signs of suspicious activity. I'll follow up with a full search...
Nothing on you.
Backstage is clear. No sign. We checked the basement. Also clear. I don't think there's anywhere here that a living person could...
Are we certain that the theater doesn't have a back door? Or any tunnel or passageway? What?
No, there's nothing like that. If people were sneaking in through some secret tunnel to avoid buying it... I also checked the windows. All of them are locked from the inside, and there's...
It sounds like we can safely rule out the intruder theory. If anyone came in during the night in this weather, there'd be no way for them to avoid leaving footprints.
This can only mean one thing. It's like one of those murder mysteries you see in novels and plays, isn't it? The ones where the killer is...
We can't quite jump to that conclusion just yet.
Could he be right? It's hard to imagine something said in a theater during a snowstorm. A murder takes place, and the killer is among us.
Looking at who the killer targeted, and the clean entry and exit? It all adds up. I know what this is. It's...
What is? What have you figured out?
Both victims were wealthy, well-known local merchants. And the door was deliberately left open, so I would discover the bodies and witness the crime scene for such ruthless methods.
Lelik?
You mean Lelik is among us? And he...
Lelik. I know this code name. Member of the Rokot, anti-Project Stuja. Always work. Walk me through your reasoning, Mr. Chuganov.
What now, huh? What now, Lelik? What more do you want from me? I already voted against Project Stuja at the Snezhnograd Vecha. You snuck into my house the other day while I was asleep. Left a threatening letter. And I did all that you asked. But Project Stuja cannot be so easily shaken.
So, he really was threatened by Lelik.
And now you're resorting to murder to threaten me. Isn't that right? I knew it. The Rokot despises the rich. The lives of the wealthy are but refuse in your eyes. Show yourself! Which one of you is Lelik, Tell me! I'll do it!
Was this really Lelik's doing? Would Odette really do if Odette really is Lelik? This seems out of character. But then again, how well do I'm probably the only one here with a compelling theory about Lelik's true identity. But if I reveal it now, what should I do?
I don't think it's likely that Lelik, at least from the stories I've heard, he's never killed anyone before. Besides, even if Lelik did want to threaten you, why resort to such an extreme and roundabout method?
Vodyanitsa doesn't know that Lelik might be Odette. But her...
Miss Vodyanitsa, why do you suddenly...
Defense? Oh, no, it's just... I'm worried that we're jumping to conclusions here, so I wanted to share my point of view. Also...
Well, if you think I'm so wrong, what's your theory then, Why don't you tell us?
The case is still evolving, Mr. Chuganov. Please do not prevent others from expressing their opinions so early on.
Even so, there's no denying that the recent threat received by Mr. Chuganov may well be an important clue.
So there's still a good chance that Lelik is right. I can't do this anymore. I don't care if it's still snowing outside. I have to get...
Whoa, take a beat. We all know it's far too dangerous out there. Even the soldiers couldn't get to us. Go out that door, and you might not live to tell the tale. And whoever this Lelik is, they're surely not going to murder anyone in broad daylight. Be sensible, my man. You're sick.
As much as I regret having to say this, I'd like everyone to cooperate and refrain from exiting the premises until further notice, because as things stand, every one of us... Unless anyone has further information to share, let's adjourn for now. Feel...
You're right, that was my bad. It was a knee-jerk reaction. I didn't think it through. Luckily, no one's... Oh, phew.
Since Vodyanitsa and I were on the same page earlier,
Whoa. Are you serious? I don't know if this counts as Odette. Really? Odette? Oh god, how dumb.
Actually, it's exactly what you'd expect. Sometimes.
And now that you mention it, the more I think about it, what are we up to now? 1, 2, 3, 4... Odette's identities. She's my coworker, specifically a ballerina, and also a Fatous, a member of the Rokot. Now, Lelik. It must be so exhausting. I guess since I've always known her as a member of the Fatui, it never even crossed my mind that she could be involved with the rope. I don't understand. If she's with the Fatui, what reason could she have?
Probably best if you ask her that in person.
Well, since you waited until now to bring this up instead of announcing it to everyone earlier, does that mean we're all on the same page here? Yeah. Lelik may not follow orders from the Rokot leadership, but as far as I'm concerned, she's never... We need to confront her.
Do you think she'd really admit to being Lelik?
I don't know. We'll have to see how it goes. For now, we'll work on the assumption... Now's our chance. Odette's alone. Let's... Hey, Odette!
What is it, you guys?
Shh! Keep your voice down. So, You're Lelik, aren't you? Alright, fine. You don't have to say anything or none of us believes you kill innocent people. Whoever murdered those 2 people last night, the Traveler was the first to figure out your identity, but he kept quiet during... Still, it's clear where the group consensus is heading. Everyone believes Lelik is the culprit. If your identity is we're your colleagues, and we know what kind of person you are. So, can you clue us in? Tell us everything. The more we know, the more...
All right. Yes, I'm Lelik. And no, I'm not the murderer. And thanks, but I don't need you to cover for me.
Huh? You're gonna reveal that you're...
That's right. I'll admit I was surprised at first when Chuganov guessed that I was here. It was just a lucky guess, but it caught me. But after taking some time to assess the situation and confirm where everyone stands, I don't believe I have anything.
Are you sure you don't need... Mr. What?!
So...
I don't know what game you're playing, but you've got a lot...
It's just one identity. So what if it's exposed? I can I made my peace with this when I chose to become... But more importantly, I promise I am not the murderer. So, if anyone still insists that I did this, you'd best produce the evidence now. Otherwise, I suggest that you bite your tongue. Because if you really believe I killed 2 people without making a sound or leaving a trace, pointing fingers at me would surely only make you my next target.
Is this really the truth, Miss?
That's confidence, all right.
A real no-nonsense attitude. I can see why Marionette said that she's on track to inherit the title of the Fair Lady.
Are you seriously buying this? Hey, officer! She just admitted to being Lelik.
I do have one question, Miss Odette. Why have you chosen...
If I didn't say anything, everyone would be focusing all their efforts on finding... And that is exactly what the real culprit wants. I don't want to be the scapegoat who lets the murderer get away.
Despite all the accusations, she made the smart choice. A remarkable display of rational thinking under pressure.
She thought so far ahead. Why do...
You've convinced me. Dealing with the murder case remains the top priority right now. Let's put the name Lelik and all... Nevertheless, the group still considers you the prime suspect. I assume you have...
I understand. You're welcome to keep an eye on me.
Mr. Chuganov?
For my wife and daughter's sake, I'll let you off the hook for now. But don't think you're forgiven for breaking into my house and threatening me. Just wait till we get out of here, Lelik.
Good work, Lelik Guard Team. And Lelik, too.
Turns out Valeri knew about my exploits. So now I've been told I have to guard Lelik.
Shouldn't you be facing my way if you're guarding me? At the moment...
If the true culprit is indeed still at large, as you have claimed, we must keep...
Don't worry, Tonya. We'll get... Once the snow stops, the officials will step in. The investigation will get easier, and then we'll be... But... Once... Really, Miss Vodoyanitsa? That's... Aw, you're so... All right, let's swear to it. I promise to give you the pass, and you promise.
Don't indulge her, Tonya. You don't have to swear an oath over things like...
You really do get carried away sometimes, don't...
Hey! Mind your...
Don't be nervous, Miss Wateramp. Everyone's here.
Excuse me? Do it?
No.
Oh. Wait, but how... Okay, plenty of people know that I'm...
Primary mode of expression. I've not come across that concept before. Do enlighten me, Vod.
Well, it's just... We water imps tend to communicate our emotions to each... The emotions we convey through song take precedence over our facial expressions. So...
I'm impressed, Shram. I didn't take you for a man of culture.
It's not about being cultured, and yet...
It's really not... Anyway...
Oh!
Hey.
Heavens! What?
It's getting late.
I suggest that we don't...
Are you saying that you wish... Then I propose the following arrangement for tonight.
An excellent idea. I expect that plan to...
Actually, that being said... In fact...
I care less about... I'm calling dibs on being the first to rest.
It's almost time. We should wake Odette. How are you faring? Oh, not going to argue with that. I'll take a quick nap, if you...
It's finally time for Odette and I to share the night watch. I came here to get information from her in the first place. Maybe I should think about what questions I want to ask.
How long are you gonna keep staring at me? Couldn't sleep. Plus, there's something I've been meaning to talk. I had a hunch that you wanted a conversation too. I just had a simple question for Rosaline. In her final moments, did she have any last words? I see. Well, no. She was utterly ruthless in pursuing her goals. And yet, even though I never approved of her methods, and she was an abrasive person, the fact remains that I am indebted to her. Oh, she told you. I guess that makes sense. I think she and Rosaline were on pretty good terms. Yes, Rosaline wasn't the kind to gossip about this sort of thing. Not that it's any huge secret to me. When I was a child, I had to join the Fatui for the sake of my mother and me. I trained and it was extremely grueling. And it didn't exactly come naturally to me. All I could do was try to ignore the biting cold and I was a newcomer who'd managed to make a good first impression on a harbinger. There was pressure to live up to her expectations. Every day was a struggle against the cold, pain, and after enduring all that, I've become almost immune to surely any child who so I put an equal amount of effort into my ballet. Because it was my way of telling her the Fatui's demands and your expectations of me. I think she probably blamed my poor performance and training on my passion for ballet. She knew one time, when I was secretly practicing a dance at night, I told her, "You don't deserve to watch the dance I learned from my mother." She looked stunned. I guess she was surprised that I lashed out first, but strangely enough, on that occasion, she wasn't fierce with me like she was during after that. She never interfered with my dancing or asked me how it was going. She never came to watch me dance again either. She was. But even now, whenever I take out this core Ignis, I can't help but think of that night, of the look on her face. Sort of. Although gift might be too kind a term. This is her flame sealed within ice. A symbol of her favor, yes. She knew the location of every piece of core Ignis. If any recipient started acting suspiciously, she'd be on to them immediately. Trust her to make so. When news of Rosaline's death reached Snezhnaya, many people immediately crushed their core Ignis. It gave them a profound sense of relief, but I kept mine. With my sensitivity to pain being as dull as it is, the warmth from this core I still wonder, did she really come to stop me that night? I guess she didn't leave anything behind. Not that I expected her to. It's fine. It's... She did... No, she didn't. I didn't even find out that she'd gone to Mondstadt until a while... Wait. In that case... Okay. I will.
There's something I'm trying to figure out. I'm beginning to suspect that Paimon's mystery illness is being caused by the energy reese. Paimon's very important to me, so I have to get to the bottom of this. I figured that since you're Lelik, you might know.
The ultimate goal of this energy experiment is to create a weapon for the weapon's construction was completed in Nodcry. Now, all that remains is to arm it with a sufficiently powerful energy. Yes, the weapon's development and all the related experiments are overseen by Lord Piero, the Jester, and the lab is located deep within the armor. I'm not sure why this experiment would be making Paimon feel unwell, though. The best way to get to the bottom of it would be to go there in person. Once we get out of here, I'll help you apply for an entry permit. And I'm hardly the organization's proudest member, as you know. You answered my question about Rosaline. I want to do you a favor in return. It's that simple.
What's wrong? Are you not feeling well?
You two seem to be hitting it off.
I thought you were sleeping.
Of course I was. In the military, one learns to fall asleep quickly, even in the most inhospitable environments.
Even if he was awake, he can't have
Well, thank you both for keeping watch. Traveler, I'll take over for now. It's your turn to get some sleep.
Sure. This is our second night here, but at least I found out a little more about Paimon's condition. I hope she's been sleeping well the past couple of days. What? Seriously? Never mind. I'd better try and get some sleep myself.
Hey, what are you spacing out for? Are you reaching your limit too?
How long have we been walking for? Do you remember?
Time's lost all meaning. Ever since we noticed that thing above our heads. What was it called again?
A star.
What up? But it seems...
We got ourselves a straggler.
Monsters! Watch out!
Fine.
Not again! I've lost count of how many times we run into them. Be careful.
That's it!
Shut up! Run faster. Gotta!
Here they come again! Get ready!
You wanna fight? Let's go!
Dividing Brawn!
Gotta run! We got ourselves a straggler.
Monsters ahead of us. The black mist behind us. Feels like there's no escape.
Fine. Shut up! Run faster.
Learned! Are you hurt, Coolish?
No. I'm fine. It's just...
I get you.
Yeah. Otherwise, why would it all...
We know you.
Thank you. You're going to continue...
It's not an illusion. We really are getting closer to the star.
Congratulations. You're the first person. I'm the stars on. The black mist has stopped rising. Its hunger is satisfied for now. This is a good opportunity. I'll let you get some rest before we continue. What do you mean, leave? Congratulations on reaching the starting point. Once you are ready, we will head out and walk upwards. I will be... Huh? What's wrong?
Rampana! Rampana!
Is that...
Coolish! Wake up! Please wake up!
The situation is identical to that of the 2 casualties yesterday.
At least there are some elements that we can rule out this time. They slept on the stage with everyone else. So I suppose the surround...
Rampana.
Weren't some of us
I'm as confused.
Likewise, and from what I've observed so far, both Miss Odette and the Traveler can be trusted.
To be honest, I didn't get a wink of sleep last night. I couldn't help but think I was the target. So I just laid there. I heard the Traveler and Lelek chatting, but otherwise I don't recall hearing any commotion.
Me too. I didn't want to wake everyone up, so I was concentrating hard, trying not to cough.
Then, what could I worked closely?
4 victims in just 2 days. I need to get to the bottom.
Still snowing?
Yes, I just checked. Still no sign of anyone outside either.
So we only have ourselves to rely on.
If you ask me, Lelik must be an expert in poisoning. Clearly, she used some poison that can't be detected on the corpse.
Here we go again.
Listen, I was already thinking to myself last night, was Lelik's reason for revealing her identity the real story? Well, now I have my answer. She's been playing us for fools. You get off on this, don't you? Revealing your identity, only to carry on with your killing spree?
That's a hideous thought. One that only a hideous mind—
How?
That's enough! Yesterday, you named Lelik as a suspect but today's victims were just ordinary people. Not to mention that they were colleagues of
Who knows? Lelik is—
Everything you said—
How can you defend her, officer? What? Maybe I should pause so you can get your Don't—
Sir, but 4 people have already turning against one another. Even if he's still one of the—
I had no intent. In any case, I believe Mr. Chuganov has calmed down a little now. We may resume our discussion.
I don't think there's any need for that. What is there to discuss? Nothing about this situation—
Did you have an idea, Mitya? You're the brainiac here, right? Come on, clue us in!
I've been mulling something over. All the leads we have so far concern things from outside the theater, but then there's the 2 double murder crime scenes themselves.
So what are you suggesting?
I think this could be a supernatural event. It isn't characteristic of human-on-human homicide at all.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
I got into scientific research because of my insatiable curiosity.
Now that you haunted?
yeah,
Well,
why don't we take this—
very well.
Valeri, come take a look at this.
Some sort of notebook. What is it for?
the on-duty logbook for the theater. Coolish was the main person to use it. He mostly used it to record any unusual incidents during a show, audience numbers, exit times, and so on. Yes, he'd always have this logbook with him when he checked tickets at the entrance.
This should confirm a lot of key details about the recent show. So, you find anything unusual?
Yes. The number of people. I've checked and double-checked, but the numbers just don't match what's recorded in the logbook. Apparently, we have an extra person among us.
Are we certain that logbook is accurate? Could someone have sneaked in without buying a ticket or something?
Unlikely. Coolish took his duties very seriously. I've rarely seen any errors in his work. Not to mention that this was a dress rehearsal, meaning smaller audience numbers and tighter ticket restrictions than usual. Everything would have been well within his control.
We no longer have our tickets with us, do we? They got collected on entry. I assume there's no way we can check them again.
Unfortunately not. The theater recycles tickets. Once people are in the door, they don't tend to leave until the show ends, so we collect the tickets at the point of entry. Still, I'm inclined to believe that this discrepancy in the head count is significant somehow.
Did an extra person just materialize out of thin air?
Traveler. Alosha found it.
An investigation.
The theater manager.
Presumably, the man. Anyway, the
ley line problem. It's hard to imagine.
Some of the language that my area of research. Huh? A piece of paper just fell out from the report. It landed right by your feet. How unnerving. Death is but if so...
Maybe things...
No, wait a second. The report definitive... The question is, what exactly does the note mean by death?
Tonya,
Not yet.
this looks...
All right.
Huh.
Maybe it's
Because her water imp parents belong to the aristocracy, who are It's fine. All right.
If we take all the...
Oh, I beg to differ. Good. Look. So, I'll share my theory. If the killer had simply... I expect he or...
What about
The killer may have...
So...
This theory makes sense to me. If we have an audience member unaccounted for, chances are they didn't come here to watch the show.
Could it really be that simple?
So, in other words, all we have to do is find out who got in here without a ticket, and all our problems will be solved? Then let me make one thing clear. All the theater staff should be well aware that I came here for the rehearsal legitimately, yes? There's no way I'm the one who didn't have a ticket.
It's true. I hear you used every trick in the book to get a hold of that ticket, too. Everything short of throwing a temper tantrum and rolling around... Probably a...
Especially after the unprompted Lelik reveal. Once was already a miracle. Twice would be unfathomable.
We have to catch this extra... I don't believe any of us... Mr. Schramm.
Huh? It's not that you stand out as suspicious. More that everyone else has been ruled out as trust.
Okay. Well, we spent the best part of 2 days together now.
Although, actually, last time
Good grief.
Hey, that was just the bot.
We don't need details.
Okay. Even with me to protect her. If word gets out...
Really?
Huh?
Delicate.
If I'm not mistaken...
What do you mean for...
What's going on here? Is Schramm from...
All right, Mr. Mitya.
I'm just as amazed as...
Is someone going to explain what's going on?
From the look on your face, you figured it out too, haven't you, Traveler?
That seems to be the case. No. The truth... Vodianitsa's the theater's ley lines, Mr. Schramm's statement, and according to the I don't think For some unknown reason, the soul that has been wandering... Yeah, that must... The contents of the investigation report... Death is near.
Yeah, the logic... Mr. Schramm must... So when the note said death...
Someone who...
In short...
You mean I'm a ghost? But even if I was...
Yeah.
The ley lines have a... What happens when...
That could explain...
It does...
Except there's still...
All right.
On the contrary.
You know what, Mr. Brainiac? I think you might actually be right after all. I'm trying to remember and...
Well, I'm sure those are painful memories.
My lady and I snuck out to go on a... All of a sudden, a group of people burst into the theater, shouting for all the water imps to get out, performers and audience members included. It was clear the conflict between humans and Fae had reached a boiling point. I thought I could pull one over on them. So I took off my jacket, draped it over my lady, and tried to sneak out amid the chaos. But I got caught. But I was going to do whatever it took to buy our chance to escape. No matter how many people stood in my way. I had to. Both as their bodyguard. And out of love.
It's all right, friend. You can stop the...
It's just... If I'd known I was a debt...
What?
No. I refuse to be a burden. I guess it's...
Mr. Schramm,
My good sir.
No.
Let it go, man.
Oh, Zoro.
As long as she went on... There's no need to...
Take care, my man.
I know, Mr.
Death is cruel.
So, was even a historic... All people know is...
It seems to me that's also why...
So,
Maybe it's not...
all this time...
All right.
Ugh, if only this...
Looks like now I still can't believe...
Knock knock.
Huh?
Knock knock.
Y-
Think of it as a signal that... Thanks.
So,
Vodyanitsa, but when everyone was discussing who... Yes. I'm extremely grateful for that.
it's nothing.
Actually, so I thought I'd come and ask. It's about Mitya. Before all of this, the last time I saw him, he was, as I'm sure you... Well, I often saw... So I decided to infiltrate... Well, but when I finally made it to him, I checked his brick. I thought maybe...
That's why you were so on guard around Mitya that first night here.
Yes. When I saw him sitting in the audience during the performance, I could barely contain the shock. To me, it was a miracle. Somehow, he'd come back from the dead. But then, the murder started, that is, until Mitya himself...
And yet, you thought that bringing it...
Exactly. Besides...
But now, I understand...
So...
Let me confirm one thing first.
Around a week ago, sometime in the afternoon.
A week ago? That's earlier than I thought. I saw him just a few days ago at a restaurant. He seemed...
So he was...
Here's a thought, but Mitya's death happened inside the Armory Palace. The ley lines affecting the theater shouldn't reach that far.
You're right. I guess he doesn't fit the profile of the person we were searching for.
I think the chances of it being him are very low. Surely he can't have died for real in the Armory Palace. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless he really did...
You're right. Do you think we need to disclose this to the...
Huh, what's this? Where do I line up?
That's not what's going on here.
Well, I was just making the rounds. Thought I'd try to lighten the mood a bit.
What is going on?
I almost hope...
Do you think...
Death itself is cold.
Well, thinking back on once we get out of...
Are you okay?
Look who's Mr. Nice Guy all of a sudden. Is it because Tonya stood up for you this...
Yeah, without Tonya, who knows how badly he would have been hurt.
I told you already, I never intended to resort to violence.
Little girl? I was rather surprised when you spoke up for me this...
No need to thank me. I said some bad stuff about...
I've been, too embarrassed to admit it, but, You remind me a lot of my daughter. So kind to everyone, but especially when she was little. Every time I took her out... All right, easy now.
I don't know.
Are you taking anything for...
Yeah.
I see. That's good to hear, then.
We should probably discuss arrangements for tonight, now that the deceased has left our midst. However, out of an abundance of caution, I'll keep watch.
Shouldn't we...
No need.
What a long day. This whole situation turned out to be way more, but Valeri's right. I should just try to calm down and get some rest.
He's awake! He's awake! Get over here, you big lug, and take a look!
If you must call me something, call me Mr. Door.
Are you all right? He just seemed to come out of nowhere. Curses! The black... Mr. Door, I don't believe I've ever seen you around here before. Why is that?
There's no need to try to get to know me.
Mr. Door! Quick, get rid of them!
I can just push these ones off.
Oh, well, anyway, we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for saving us earlier.
No need to thank me. This is where my duty lies.
This is not the end.
Looking for trouble? Ready. Blade.
Encase! Halt! Yeah! Ha! Contend! What? Yeah!
Curse you! Curse you!
Remarkable work, Mr. Door. If I had your muscles, I'd do the same. Are none of these doors the one you're looking for?
No.
Encase! Fighting frog!
Impossible!
Cryostorm!
Sir!
And crystalline!
How could this be?
Condense!
Impossible!
Wait, look! There's more monsters down there! No, no! They're gaining on us! Quick, keep... Mr. Door, what are you doing? We need to...
Found it. This is my... I am a door. This...
No! You saved us! We can't...
You must keep going.
But... Oh, you're right. The black mist isn't moving anymore. Looks like both the monsters... Surely I wasn't... Oh, okay. Hmm?
What time is it? Is it morning? I guess everyone's still asleep? Valeri? wake up.
Just like the last 2 nights. No clear... But for me...
A house.
I just checked on her.
That means...
If Valeri was a...
This is...
Actually, one thing...
No similar cases. But Mr. Schramm was all... Can a death at night even be defended? After the deceased Schramm left, there was one... It's a reasonable... The number of people who die each night is equivalent to the number of dead among us.
Exactly. We identified Mr. Schramm. By that logic, there must be...
Another one? But there was only one person unaccounted for in the ticket checks, right? The head count should match up.
Having an extra person was definitely a cause for alarm. But being one person...
One more dead person among us. If Mitya's theory is right, it's just...
I'm sorry.
I'm partly to blame.
What is this about? What if...
Sounds like there's some...
Well, Odette and I talked about...
Yeah, I don't blame you. If I'd been there, I probably would have reached the same conclusion. It just sounds too unbelievable. Let me just try and verify this, but I honestly have no...
Well,
if you don't mind me asking...
No, never.
Now just one. You're in the hot...
Trying to pick a fight, Mr.
You!
Did Mitya ask about Tonya? I suppose I only...
I can vouch for...
Oh, really?
Since being here, I don't think I ever met...
If Chuganov can... Miss Odette.
No problem.
Huh. Miss Vojanitsa.
Oh.
Right. Some of my memories...
Are you suggesting you're missing?
Of course. How am I only just real...
You mean being such...
The researcher's amnesia. Suddenly it all makes sense. I must thank you, Odette. I think your perspective just helped me reach a breakthrough on a series of issues that have been troubling me for quite...
Lee!
Come on, kid.
I have other reasons. I remember during Miss I can't remember it now at all.
No. There's a glaringly...
I believe Miss Odette's account. All it would take... There's no evidence to... Please relax, everyone. I don't think things are as bad as they may seem. If, on the other hand...
Mitya's right. This is the only thing we can try right now. I think he's deliberate...
What is a scientist if not someone who gambles on experiment after experiment in an attempt to obtain the truth? With this snowstorm, But if I do get resurrected, you can be sure that I'll come back with the truth.
Poor Mr. Mitya. I didn't even get to see him one last time.
Maybe it's a good...
I hate goodbyes. Why does it feel like everyone around me is slowly disappearing? Not just in here, I mean. In the outside world, too.
Maybe it's the realization that, at the end of life, everyone has come to think of it. You could take it a step. If I make it out of...
Without... I feel like a strange sense of anxiety has been quietly growing.
Are you okay?
If something's
I have a travel
You're worried about...
To be honest. But with Paimon, she loves eating, sleeping, over the last few... But by the time I snap out of it, the conversation has already moved on. And I'm trying to overcome this sense of detachment, but...
I don't know if this will... I could be surrounded by people, all smiling and having fun, and still feel... Later on, all we can do, so...
Thank you.
But, that's just the like I said before, our songs have echoed through this theater for... But, does a story exist without someone to read it? So I made the choice to stay. That way, there would still be someone left to sing these songs and listen to...
Could you teach me?
Oh.
I've never heard that one. Color me impressed, Tonya. You're a keen listener. Most people can only tell if a song is happy or sad. I didn't think you'd be able to pick up on such specific details. So, I've actually never performed this song. It means something like, "May those we have lost watch over us, and follow this song back home in the night, so that we might be reunited." No wonder I could hear that song. It's getting late, Tonya, and you're not well. We should all turn in early. Okay. But, before I... Of course! Anything for my #1 fan.
Once I get out of here, I definitely don't plan on ever coming back. But I guess that means before I fall asleep, I should cherish this moment of Where am I? It's so dark in here. What was that noise?
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection.
I'm alive? What just happened?
No time for questions. All right, we're safe. Sort of. Yep.
A bit more.
Sure I do. I specialize...
Thanks.
All right, we need to reach the next switch before the place gets too dark. If we bring the light back, Nightmare won't be able to get to us. Shh! It's Night Prayer. We need to move quick, but don't let her notice you. Look out!
Maybe I wasn't meant for this world.
Return, O spirits. Fulfill your oath of protection. Sweet light! It's back! Now that's a sight for sore eyes. switch is just up ahead. Hurry! It's too dark. We're not gonna make... Traveler! I won't let you die like this. Not on my...
Even though it's not permanent, dying is definitely not a...
Great.
Yeah, thanks to...
Time for you to get out of here.
What about you?
I can't. I've already been used up. A guardian spirit's skills are finite. I might not look any different, but my essence has been I can go no further.
Why didn't you tell me
Because it wouldn't have changed anything. That knowledge would have just burdened...
But...
Go.
Well, I guess there's no need.
This wasn't supposed to happen. You lied to us,
Take a long, hard look at yourself before you go around. I suspected you on day one, Lelik, and now look where we are. By some... And you, little hunter, ever so content with staying on the sidelines. Yet...
Now you're just lashing out. Where was all this pat?
Is that a...
After all the trauma, Valerian meet, but first... They're dead, yes. He's arguably the first friend we made. I clearly remember Mr. Chuganov. Of those who remain, the only person we've never met before is People are easily misled by first impressions. Now that I think about it, Child's sister was in fact a label I imposed on, but Mr. Chuganov vouched for Tonia's identity yesterday. With basic... Tonia, how's Tusser been lately?
Tusser?
Your brother Ajax must have mentioned me in his letters home, right? Did he say anything?
No.
Oh. Chuganov, looks like it's your turn to do some explaining. Yesterday, you said you...
I knew you were behind this, Chuganov. You've been... Everything about you is fake. Down to the wife and daughter you're always talking about. That night, when I infiltrated your place as Lelik, I noticed you were home alone. Didn't think much of it at the time. Just thought But thinking back on it now, that doesn't seem very
Even that was a lie? But why...
Curses! Oh, why is there no end to this blasted snowstorm? If it would just stop...
I think I remember now. The reason I'm always coughing is because I got sick with frostbite. The locals usually call it the snow cough. It's not a very common illness. It's partly genetic and partly caused by the cold climate, but it can be fatal. After a while, I felt myself growing weaker and weaker. Nothing seemed to be working. So one day, he agreed. We got to the theater, bought tickets, and went inside.
Oh.
When I woke up, I couldn't find my brother anywhere, but there's no way he'd leave me behind. So I decided to stay here.
Tonia,
Yeah, I know. I understand now. After all of that, it turns out I can't blame my brother. I'm sorry, everyone. I realized this much too.
Your name probably isn't even Tonia, is it? Didn't that ever strike you as odd over the last few days?
Well, when I was little, my brother and I read a storybook, and When we escaped from the hospital, our family in the hospital. So when you first approached me and said my brother had sent you, I thought he must have chosen a fake name that only the two of us would know. Because he was afraid of getting caught. At least your memory of death isn't painful. Now it's your turn, Chuganov.
You're right. I was lying. I happen to know that the Harbinger... And yes, the truth of the matter is, I lost them a long time ago. My daughter's name was Iskra. And before you ask, yes, Iskra, she also died from the snow cough. She was just 6 years old. If she were still alive after Iskra passed, my wife couldn't bear to face those memories either. One day when I came home from work and saw the empty room, I felt like... I soon discovered that this was the only thing that made me feel any better, so...
Nothing more than a pathetic means of escapism, I know. So explain your...
The night before last, when I was chatting with Tonya, she mentioned that her brother would brew combined with the snow cough, but the year... but that was the final... So, poor Miss...
So, you projected your daughter onto her? Even though you knew she was one of the dead?
That doesn't make any sense. You knew she was already dead.
I just don't believe in your crackpot theories. How can you just declare a living person dead and throw... Nitia's gone. My good buddy Shram's gone. And now it's Tonya's. The others I can make my peace with. But little Miss Tonya, here she is, standing right in front of us, alive and breathing, and fighting her own battle. I just want her to live. Once this snowstorm is over, the very moment it stops, I'll be damned if I'm gonna let you cast her out into the snowstorm before... Not again! Not this time! No!
Mr. Chuganov, stop. By the sounds of it, you've known I was dead since the night before last, right? I really liked Mr. Valeri, I'm not happy about that. The reality is, you've been trying to fight your own demons through me. But all you've really...
No! Listen.
Oh, at this point, I'm quite sure that I'm dead. I don't need to be saved. The time, despite all the bad since the day, I'm very fond. And that's why I'm not fond of you at all, Mr. Chu.
I'm sorry.
It's them that you... Well then...
You're leaving already? It's still early. Don't you want to stay a little longer?
No, thank you. My name is Patashka. It feels strange that we're only being properly introduced now that it's...
Patashka?
What are you doing, Chuganov? Are you...
Let me leave.
In your dreams. Don't think you're getting off that... The Fatui have... I think we should leave. I doubt this snowstorm is ever going to stop. For all we know, this storm...
Wait. We finally solved the mystery of the haunted theater today. Maybe let's at least try to enjoy tonight?
Fair enough. I don't particularly feel like dying in Chuganov's company anyway.
And yet you won't let me die first.
Hey, Chuganov, on a serious note, if we do make it out of here, you should close down that factory of yours. A lot of people are freezing thanks to you.
Is this really the time to be discussing my factory? All right, fine. I'll shut it.
Am I hearing things? There it is again. But...
Should we open the door? Is this it? If the last few... Whatever lies...
everyone. I'm back.
How are you doing? Feeling any better?
Much better, thanks. Whew, it is so good to have you guys here. I was a little worried that the theater would be empty by the time I got back. Let me see. Tonya and Vodyanitsa are missing, which means Vodyanitsa died last night. And then you discovered that Tonya was the—
Not Tonya.
First, tell us how you made it back here. Given the conditions outside, no one should be able to return alive.
You're right. The thing that got me back safely was a song. I heard someone singing. After walking into the snowstorm, my mind grew hazy. I don't know how long I walked through the storm before my mind completely slipped away. Then, suddenly, I heard the sound of singing. The voice instantly brought me back to my senses, and I regained consciousness. So I followed the voice, searching for the source of the singing. I searched and searched, until finally, just a few moments ago, there was the entrance to—
I've actually never performed this song in the theater before, because it has more of a ceremonial purpose for our people. It's not meant for the stage. It means something like...
That must have been
That song is meant to guide the souls of the dead. Me too.
Huh. When I first stepped out of the theater, I was still quite lucid. I remember the outside world being completely different than what I'd expected. It was like this was a world where only the snowstorm existed. There wasn't a trace of any humans or buildings. I don't know how else to describe it, except to say that it just didn't seem like the real world. And as for the Requiem, if I was guided here by Vodyanitsa's song, it can only mean that I must already be dead. But I didn't experience—
You don't see both Shram and—
This raises a— Mitya's soul was summoned back by the— Of course. If even the— Then maybe we've—
Yes. I think that this is probably the afterlife.
What did you
You heard me. We died in the theater. All of us did. But due to an obstruction in the theater's ley lines, our souls are trapped here. It's ironic, really. Do you remember that note? Death was nearer than—
So all—
Hard to say. The presence of those two is—
If what you're saying— no one—
That's further proof that—
Am I? No. That's—
I still find it hard.
Exactly. I racked my brains trying to— Wait. Hold on. Right before I lost consciousness, I think I saw—
Mitya,
Huh? You're right. There's blood on the fingertips of my right hand. Looks like it's already dried. What the— I guess this was what I saw. I must have desperately drawn it in my own blood right before losing consciousness. What's wrong? Do you recognize the symbol?
It's Renova, the ruler of death. Alosha, do you still remember that Snezhnayan folktale? It was about the Grim Reaper. When someone's about to die, and as soon as you recognize—
I heard a similar tale when I was little. You think the Grim Reaper in this story refers to the ruler of death you mentioned?
That's right. In which case, death is near could also mean that the Grim Reaper is here disguised in a familiar form.
Death, the deceased, and the Grim Reaper? So it's a triple entendre. When I first saw this note, I thought it contradicted the investigation report. But now it seems like that was the whole intention.
So the Grim—
By that logic, the Reaper is right. Identifying the Grim Reaper. Identifying the Grim Reaper. Identifying the Grim... No doubt about it. Looking back at how everyone has acted over the past few days, Alosha is Is it you, Alosha? You were the first to discover the investigation report, and you had plenty of time to slip the note inside to mislead us.
So? Surely you can't suspect me based on that alone. What if someone else found the investigation report first, slipped the note inside, and then put it back without telling?
There's no denying it. The note could easily have been slipped in much earlier.
That's not all. I've also noticed that although on the surface, Valeri, Mitya, and some... Looking back now, even though you didn't say much,
What do you mean?
You were the one who emphasized how dangerous it was outside and insisted we all stay here. It was also you who suggested that we all sleep in the same... And earlier today, you tried to convince Patashka to stay. I don't understand why, but it was out...
So, you didn't understand my intentions, and now you're assuming the worst.
He still won't admit it. Fine.
The biggest question I have right now is, if the Grim Reaper is impersonating Alosha, then where's the real Alosha? When did they switch?
That's right. Right at the start. Before any... When all this began, right after the performance ended and the snowstorm began to pick up, no one suspected anything unusual. We just assumed we were snowed in. It wasn't until we discovered the bodies the morning after that we realized something out of the ordinary was going on. But it's clear now that the oddities actually started earlier than that, when Dimov walked into the snowstorm and never came back.
Right. So Mr. Dimov...
And if we pinpoint that moment as the beginning of this incident, Alosha, you are the only person who walked into the snowstorm and came back without the help of Vodi...
More precisely, Alosha never came back at all. The one who came back...
Not bad. Well, since you've backed me into a corner, I suppose there's no point in keeping up the act any...
Alosha?
You're the Grim Reaper?
I am no such tired cliché. Mortals should address me as the ruler of death. Before being wiped out for good, you identified the two deceased, and even sensed my presence. A commendable achievement. Far beyond what I expected.
I heard you can ferry souls. Those deaths each night. Were they your doing?
Your initial conclusion was correct. Due to the existence of the two deceased, the ley lines yearned to reclaim those long-lost souls. Every night, they devoured an equal number of souls to fill the void. This required no intervention from me. Here, take a look.
What are you doing?
That takes care of today's two. Don't get so worked up. You are already dead, and your souls must...
I know we're already dead. You murdered us.
Murdered? No. Murder is when mortals usurp my authority. Death is my jurisdiction. If I require someone to die, you simply met the criteria to trigger my curse.
I know about the curse of immortality. So you cursed us? When? And why would you do such a thing?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come, and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed to... Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's made my work on this occasion infuriatingly complicated.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just...
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable... After the physical body dies, The soul must return to the... My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of accommodating the souls of some special creations. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary soul. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife, unable to achieve a complete death. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, then they will remain forever suspended between life and death, no longer subject.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long...
Mitya is sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen, and the reason she got involved to be... But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide among us in the form...
You seek to understand the mind of a god. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with...
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotype.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriatingly complicated your work here. Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain. But you...
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is a pain point in this case. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance. Then there was the issue of the 2 lost souls you called the deceased.
That's what I don't
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization. Centuries of it reached the point. Only then.
I vaguely remember.
I see your dream anyway. That is more of an... Meanwhile, as both ish and, of course...
Sounds like you had it. I just did the math.
That much is up.
It's time to review this. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. Let me go. No. Let me go over. No. Let me go. No. Let me... No. Let... No. Let me... No. Let... No. Let me... Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm after Demoff to investigate. During this process, the ruler of death assumed... During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Torgov, Odette, Juliet and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of Kulish and Rampana caused unexplainable phenomena occurred one after another, leading Mitya to... Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized he was the deceased and walked into the snowstorm to return to the ley lines of it. No, let me go. He thought it was all over, but Mr. Valeri's death was a rude awakening for everyone. A lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover the connection between... There was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep, but the requiem she sang before falling asleep was... As it happened, Petashka filled the void left by Mitya's return from the ley lines by walking into the snowstorm. The girl I thought was child sister Tonya turned out to come to think of it. Petashka was about to walk into the snowstorm and Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley lines. That's why she used Alosha's voice to try and persuade her. Looking back, I suppose that was an early sleep. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead, and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And in the days since, now, only Mitya and I remain. And the true culprit behind... That covers everything.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are...
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose...
That just leaves and your soul for a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules. Your death can only be brought through the most violent of means, such as directly destroying either your body or soul. I have no interest in involving myself with descenders, for now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing. Are you in...
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here.
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call to me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade in the face of death. Mere mortals fantasizing that their actions could reclaim something from my grasp. A truly laughable idea.
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened?
How much do you remember?
What do you mean?
Has Odette already... Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I...
Don't you remember anything?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed right. Just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were dead.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything. Why were you able...
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol.
I don't see anything.
You don't? Huh. Okay, I guess that makes sense. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What an unsettling thought. Still, what about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender?
A full explanation would get complicated very quick.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've left. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes differently in the...
They say that right before death, time slows down, and your whole life flashes before...
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the few days we spend in the afterlife probably only amounted to a few short... This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. Now it seems likely that those were all brief deaths caused by the Grim Reaper's so-called curse of... To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to it. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called...
If If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal. We still don't know her true—
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to approach it differently. If the previous incidents of amnesia among the researchers are anything to go by, killing us is usually a pretty routine matter. Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down before I died? I can't remember what it was, but... sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later.
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigations into Mr. Meat, yet you two seem very familiar with each other. Could you perhaps... And by the way, have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumptuousness, but I feel a vague and indescribable sense of...
I can explain everything. Could you help?
So, Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess. So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife, yes? I believe you. I think I even have agreed. Let's check in on her first. The whole reason for our trip to the Armory Palace anyway is to figure out what's going on with her.
Take a break? Yeah. Yeah. Come on, keep up. Pick up the pace.
I'm finally back. Even though a long time has passed from my... I should keep my emotions in...
Wait. The atmosphere here feels... Shh.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? We need new order. I'm so sorry.
Tell me, what happened?
It was the Jester. He's the director of the Fatui. His authority supersedes all others and cannot be questioned.
How long ago did he leave? And what was...
It was about an hour ago. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The Jester simply walked off with her as if it was only natural.
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. Lord Piero, the Jester, has been overseeing the experiments that... I'm surprised he came in person. Whatever his reason for taking Paimon...
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's... It's just up ahead.
No, I'll go alone. You know I'm planning to force my way in. You're with the
I was hardly planning on taking you through the official channels anyway. I may be a Fatus, but I'm also Paimon's safety is paramount right now. With me around, you'll have an extra pair of hands.
If you say so.
Let's go.
Take a break? Pick up the pace.
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
make short work of you. Mission.
Look at you, Boozle!
Power that ended Hotshot!
Waltz of the snowflakes. Come on, keep up!
Spell your doom. A tricky one. Shadow Mist. Crystalline Adagio.
To ashes!
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
One shall descend once again.
Come on, keep up!
A snowy burial.
Can't handle your drink.
Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Don't blame me for what happens next!
There's nowhere to hide! Did it take too long?
The Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui law.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization.
Intruders! Stay alert!
Take a break. Diana Special! Come on, keep up!
Intruders?
Just what are you guys trying to do here?
Yeah, let's go, let's go! I'm a rock!
To ashes!
Witness the snow swan's grace. Hadada.
No one interferes with a jester's work!
Time entertainment! Come on, tiresome.
Mission over.
Take a break.
Time for this big one. Fix it.
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
No rest for the wicked.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Pick up the pace. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. How tiresome. Come on, keep up. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Was the whole reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Take a break. Pick up the pace. Pick up the pace.
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Come on, keep up.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions.
Paimon. And the Jester. Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
Pick up the pace.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.
Shadow Crystalline Adagio.
Power that ended hot dog! Oh, it's revealed! Look at you! Boom down! Pew pew! Come on, keep up! What a joke!
Take a break. Pick up the pace.
What's going on? It's the curse of death. No, no, not now! Odette! Is this the... I need to find a way back to reality. Is that Odette's... Odette? No signs of life. But past experience says that she should be resurrected. Did Odette intentionally use her core Ignis to guide? Thank you, Odette, but I'm... Sure enough, everyone here has been affected by the curse. Paimon! Paimon! No, wait. Mitya! Is this the laboratory he works in? What happened here to trigger the curse of death again so soon? I'll have to ask him when he wakes up. Finding Paimon has to take priority now. Found her! Paimon really is here!
You don't learn, do you? You've already been involved in one mass death, and now you show up at the scene of another. This might have passed for a coincidence the first time, but a second time? Am I to assume you are intentionally interfering in Snezhnaya's affairs? Judging by your expression, it seems that you understand little of what is going on here. In that case, a word to the wise. Do not interfere in Snezhnaya's affairs. A civilization that fails to learn its lesson constantly depletes its own worth. It will one day lose any reason for its existence, and as a descender, you are perfectly suited to be the lifeline to which a dying civilization might desperately cling. Consider your position carefully.
No advice needed. I'll make my own...
Suit yourself. When the day of reckoning arrives, not even a the time for resurrection fast approaches. The mortals here are not yet worthy to behold my form. So that will be... That thing is coming with me. You awoke sooner than I thought. The curse of immortality is stubborn. Unable to enter the ley lines, yet not content to remain a spirit.
Ruler of death, what do you want?
You perplex me. Both you and you. That thing may be a creation of Celestia, but it possesses none of Celestia's power, let alone authority. Your obsession with it baffles me. No matter. The resurrection will soon begin. It's worthless anyway. I'll reclaim it next time.
Hey, who says there will be a next time? I missed you, Paimon.
What are you talking about? We have new...
It was... different. You seem to be in pretty good...
Yeah, Paimon's back in tip-top condition. It's the weirdest thing. Paimon fell asleep with the Jester, and that guy talking to him used some kind of energy on Paimon. And she could kind of feel it canceling out that other thing that was making her feel unwell.
So, Mitya helped...
Apologies for leaving in such a hurry at the theater earlier. I was in a rush. Rest assured that your companion is perfectly safe. We reversed the effects that the experimental energy had on her. The Jester specifically instructed me to do so.
I suppose this is our first official meeting, Traveler. I could not let Paimon suffer in her condition for a moment longer, and so I simply took her without explanation. I hope you do not mind.
But why would a big shot like you...
As I said when you first arrived in Snezhnaya, we once spent some time together.
Oh yeah, you did mention that. And Paimon...
I'm afraid the reminiscing will have to wait. Mitya, let us continue with the report. What conclusions, if any, did you reach from conducting the
The good news is, my hypothesis regarding the Ruler of Death has been verified. As for the bad news, I recommend we suspend the experiments and Project Mistleton until further notice. Currently, we have no means with which to make a breakthrough. I say this purely as a scientist, guided by reason.
I will trust your judgment. We shall put the project on hold until the Ruler of Death has been eliminated.
Wait, what are you guys talking about? You want to get rid of Renova?
By whatever means necessary, so long as it removes the threat she poses to us. Until then, after what just happened, I've ascertained Renova's goal. Or rather, the trigger condition for the curse of...
Okay, let's...
What she's doing is blocking Snezhnaya's technological progress, preventing us from possessing any means with which to... So, just now, for instance, as expected though, the moment the experiment began, all the researchers, all that effort...
Does that mean...
That's right. So then... Of course, until Odette came up...
But you mentioned something about a final stage experiment.
That's right. Even with the gods locking certain key components out of reach, but as I'm sure...
You mean...
Yes, we were... But now, after already being forced to fumble around in the dark all this time, it feels like we've truly... As long as Renova's curse of death persists, we won't be able to advance the experiment or obtain any results.
And with Project Stuja having been only by a limit.
We'll see.
You're saying...
Wouldn't it be easier?
So...
Exactly. And I think that's where the key to our...
Regardless, our goal is the heavenly principles.
The Fatui wanted...
For a long time, I've had a vague suspicion the Fatui and the Tsaritsa were but hearing the Jester admit it is still a shock. No wonder the Tsaritsa's... What kind of road?
In that case...
Granted. While there is yet time, allow me to offer you my hospitality, honored guest of Snezhnaya. Is there anything you wish to know?
I remember hearing...
Yeah!
As you know, Project Stuja is a series of measures enacted to consolidate our nations. Many of the things you have this include...
And that's a weapon.
Huh?
I was given some
Wait!
Kuvaki Alo, the heavenly principle. For now, you could say that by reverse engineering the
Kuvaki? And it look...
I remember hearing...
Yeah!
As you know, many of the things this include...
And that's a weapon.
Huh?
I was given some intel, and...
Wait! You must mean that thing over there! Oh, Paimon's gotta take a closer...
Kuvaki alone will not the heavenly principles are no doubt for now, you could say that by reverse engineering the stellar...
The Kuvaki? And it looks...
Her Majesty the Tsaritsa has embarked upon an expedition to
Seems like the power...
The Harbingers have been granted...
You read my mind.
Speaking of...
The Gnosis will undoubtedly serve as a key bargaining ship when she confronts...
What do you mean? Not sure...
Taking on the
Intervat our civil only. Otherwise...
Accepting...
Furthermore...
Huh? All of it?
Then the birth of the Hilly Churls. The rules of Natlan's Ode of Resurrection.
Yes.
What?
The Tsaritsa has always had if she can seize their authority, she will reconstruct. Look forward to it. Though the ordinary, we all believe.
Well, Paimon really doesn't remember.
Allow me to explain. It's because she comes from Celestia herself.
Paimon?
Oh, right. I was blinded by anger earlier. But thinking back on it, Renova...
As you know, the lunar fragments and Nodcry were... But the first application of this technology was in I used this technology upon the heavens. I presented her to the Vinster King. But he took... Paimon then took up temporary residence in my palace until...
Wait, Paimon's a little confused. You're talking about things that happened in but Paimon doesn't remember any of that.
Having lived through the cataclysm, perhaps you too were burdened with some manner of curse.
But it's not just her memories from Conria. Paimon doesn't even know how she spent the last 500 years. What was Paimon like back in Conria? Did she know a whole lot because she came from Celestia?
Unfortunately, when you arrived in Conria, your consciousness was like that of a newborn infant. None during the time you lived in Conria.
Aw, man! Paimon's planned to get her even though Paimon lost her memories, she still feels weirdly close.
On the contrary, I completely ignored, but now as I see it, it is as if you are the only sane thing that survived that...
Noted. But, Traveler? Even though you know Paimon's some creation of Celestia now, you still want her, right? You're not going to abandon... Oh, phew! That's...
Thank you for telling me so much.
Given the circumstances, the Fatui...
Ella?
To advance Project Mistleton, we must first resolve our issue with the Ruler of Death.
That's right. Ever since she said she intends to reclaim Paimon when we next meet,
Against an opponent of this caliber, deliberating over our allegiances would waste time we do not have. We must join forces.
You're going to challenge the ruler of death? Just for Paimon? But thank you. Oh, thank you.
The Tsaritsa will return in triumph in short order, and the Fatui shall hold internal discussions regarding the enemy.
Got it. Thanks for your help with
There was just one other thing. Well, it's just a request, really. Of course, Paimon knows it's top secret and stuff, but she just had to ask.
Certainly you may.
Oh, for real? Actually,
While the technology is not yet fully developed, it has nevertheless reached the stage where Celestia's creations are unable to damage it. In that regard, you may rest assured.
oh. Wow. No wonder Paimon felt so out of sorts recently.
Paimon? You're okay. Thank goodness. You look well. Have you recovered?
Long story short, yep, Paimon's all better. What are you doing here? Were you waiting for us?
That's right. When I woke up, I wanted to go in after you, but the guards had woken up as well. It would have been tough to take them on alone, and there was no easy way to sneak past them. So I returned the way I came and waited for you here.
It was thanks to you that my soul found its way back to my body so quickly. Thank you.
Huh. That actually worked? Nice. I just figured I'd try my luck when that ominous feeling struck me. Really, you should be thanking this thing instead. Anyway.
Director, this is the our calculations in—
That won't be necessary. Leave the energy. Start preparing to— Iskra.
Dear esteemed considering that Lelik will be the purpose of this, even with Project, we act only—
We act only for the greater glory, and
You mean—
just thinking out loud, I've never seen...
I never once thought I'd come here. But I understand everything now, Rosaline.
I've seen Spirit Seeker performed many times, including by your mother.
Why do you bring that up all of a sudden?
Even though the choreography is always identical, every dancer finds...
So you actually want to talk to me about ballet?
I just think it would be a pity if the dance was lost to history. She didn't teach it to you, did she?